hottest show on the streets, number one form for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, your Crimson Tide, taking on Tennessee on tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Central Time kickoff. CBS will have the call from Bryant-Denny Stadium, the third Saturday in October rivalry. A lot of action right there. We bring you the show from the Magic City of Birmingham. We stream it to you through YouTube. Speaking of the channel, you go ahead right now. You smash that subscribe button. You hit subscribe right now. Get every friend, family member, diehard Bama fan, casual Bama fan, consumer of Tide football to subscribe as well. Because if they're feeling what's going on, if you're feeling what's going on, they will also. Don't forget to share the show on all platforms that you know. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. Smash the like button. Get those thumbs up on the channel. Make this your one-stop shop for all things Bama football. That daily Super Chat goal, $100 daily Super Chat goal, $100 right there. We appreciate that from all of you. Definitely want to hear from you guys tonight, the Bama fans. You can do this by calling 205-448-1358 for them to call in and let your voice be heard on the show. 205-448-1358. One more time, 205-448-1358. Want to hear from you. But Eli, we're going to get this thing started here with the beginning of our conversation that's on one Jalen Milroe, sophomore quarterback, Crimson Tide, going into his third Saturday in October rivalry between Bama and Tennessee as the starting quarterback. And Milroe's been growing in confidence. Saban talked about it Thursday on the Pat McAfee show. You know, Saban mentioned, hey, he's got the entire respect of the team. Got everybody on the team confident in him and his abilities and his growth as a complete quarterback. He's been able to make a lot of those explosive plays. He understands the expectations that are on him as the Tide quarterback. And it's not to be a hero. It's not to play hero ball. It's to do your job, follow your assignment, execute properly, lead by example, but also lead vocally when the time comes for it. So for Coach Saban, he is really appreciating, valuing the growth, the development here of Jalen Milroe. Proud of the confidence this young man has exuded in the first, 7 games here of the season. And now, he has a chance to stack another block on top of his production, that being take care of a Tennessee team that beat you a season ago. Dominate a Tennessee team that handed you one of 2 losses a season ago. Take down a Tennessee team that prevented you from playing for a Southeastern Conference championship and an opportunity to get into the college football playoff. And in this matchup, for Milroe and Tommy Rees, can they offset this Tennessee defense? Tennessee's got a defensive front. They're going to want to come after Milroe. They're going to want to prevent balance for Alabama's offense. Tennessee's defense led by James Pierce, who leads that group in sacks and tackles for loss. They normally keep guys, those solid guys, along the defensive front, though the Volunteers a bit they're undersized on the defensive line. They've got guys, they've got toughness, they've got quickness, they can create pressure, they can make negative plays there in the opposing team's backfield. So the biggest thing for Rees and Milroe is being able to offset the Vols defense with, timing on plays, accuracy on plays, getting some different formations, some motion, some eye candy on plays, kind of getting these guys going east and west instead of north and south in a sense. Not having these guys be able to quickly diagnose and dissect plays, right? So big moment here for Milroe and Reese, but huge to hear from Coach Saban that this young man, native Texan, has gotten the full confidence of everybody on the team, has gotten the full confidence of everybody on the roster. And, Milroe, to this point, we're talking 16 total touchdowns, 11 passing, 5 rushing. He has shown the ability to have a complete game or a career day, as I should say. You go back to the Texas A&M game, career high of 21 completions, career high of 321 passing yards. You go back to the Arkansas game in the first half, Milroe ended that half 3 total scores, including 2 touchdown passes, one to Kobe Prentice, the other to Amari Niblack. So, the tools, we've seen him take strides, we've seen him take growth, but now a big moment against Tennessee, because for a lot of Bama players, or for all Bama players for that matter, the big question from fans upon the end of their playing careers is, how many national championships did you win? Several players are asked that question. How many championships did you win? What was your record against Auburn? What was your record against Tennessee? What was your record against LSU? Those are the biggest 4 questions players are directed to answer upon the end of their collegiate career at Alabama. How many national championships did you win? That's usually the first question. The second question, what was your record against Auburn? Next question, what was your record against Tennessee? Next question, what was your record against LSU? For this Tennessee rivalry, where the fans are concerned, this means a whole lot. This means a big deal. And for Jalen Milroe, with this confidence that he's growing in, has a chance to go out here inside Bryant-Denny and put on a show. Hopefully, we can see him get that done. We go to a break here, folks, on the show. On Touch That Dab, we're just getting started. Upon our return, we go to the phone lines. We grab your calls, your thoughts, your conversations. We get into a dialogue with you, the Bama fans, right after this.
Nine players have teamed up and released the Alabama Team Paper, which is a video yearbook they put out for sale direct to fans. Now, for the first time, small dollar purchases from the fans can support the players as a group as well as a great cause, because $1 of every subscription payment is donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Be a 5-star fan base and support your team and a great cause with Team Paper. Check it out at teampaper.com/Alabama.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at emily'sheirloompoundcakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
All right, people, we're back to the action from the break on the hottest show on the streets, #1 ticket for Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA, on a Friday, the eve of the 3rd Saturday in October rivalry. Smoke 'em! You got them. Those victory cigars between Alabama and Tennessee. Once again, the matchup, 2:30 p.m. Central Time kickoff from Bryant-Denny in Tuscaloosa. CBS will have the call there on the game. Yeah, shout out Jason Hayward with that $5 donation, dropping the love in there. Appreciate that from Jason the Daily. Super Chat Go, $100 daily. Super Chat Go, $100 right there. Phone lines are open, though. We go to the phone lines to get your calls. Call segment brought to you by the Blue Wrench Gang, 205-448-1358. The number to call in and let your voice be made known, 205-448-1358. As you guys are getting your thoughts ready to call in, cool call topic here, Eli. So, Tua Tagovailoa getting more stuff from national media. Stephen A. Smith of ESPN mentioned about Tua recently, about how it's the playmakers around Tua that's making Tua look good, and it's not all Tua. Tua ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. It's the guys around him. Well, Tyreek Hill got fed up today. Tyreek Hill's like, look, man, I'm tired of people bashing my quarterback. All that Tua's been through, he's playing out of his mind right now, deserves to be the MVP, deserves to be in the conversation. I can't stand it when people are just bashing my quarterback for no reason. Gotta commend Tyreek Hill for coming out in defense of Tua. If you look at the numbers across the board, Tua is either leading the NFL among all quarterbacks, or he's in the top 3 to 5 in the NFL among quarterbacks in all major categories. So Tua's having a big year. He's having a grand year. And he's doing all of this while staying healthy. And not to mention, people, Sunday, he and Jalen Hurts go at it. You got Eagles-Dolphins. So definitely got to commend Tyreek Hill for taking a stand for his quarterback, being there for his guy, especially with his guy having a fantastic season thus far. We take our next break here, folks, in the show and touch that dab. When we get back, we update you on some key injuries for Alabama heading into the Tennessee matchup on tomorrow. Can Bama get any of these guys on the field for Saturday's game? We'll get into those key injuries right after this.
What's up, Bama Nation? This is Rudy Griffin, former Alabama defensive lineman, and you're listening to my guy, Stephen M. Smith, in my own words, brought to you by Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Roll Tide, roll!
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we're back rocking and rolling to the action from the break. Number one ticket for your Bama football news. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Got my man Eli Walker, the production studio. Continue to hit that thumbs up, smash the like button right there, hit that subscribe button as well. Make this your spot for all things college football. Daily Super Chat go, $100 daily. Super Chat going, $100 right there. We appreciate you guys. But second topic of conversation here, Eli, we got some key injuries to update you, the fans, on the eve before the Bama-Tennessee matchup. Saban did this on Wednesday and also Thursday on his weekly radio show, Hey Coach, and the Nick Saban Show. A few injuries here to update you on. Number one, you look at defensive back Malachi Moore, who got hurt against Texas A&M, a twisted ankle, did not play against Arkansas, practiced all week, closing in on 100%. I think he'll play against it. I think he's good to go. He's good to go for Tennessee. Should be good to go for this football game. Now, I understand if you still choose to hold Malachi out, you could have Terrion Arnold at star, Trey Amos as the corner opposite Kool-Aid McKinstry. There is depth there. If you want to go that route, that direction, you can do that. But this Alabama defense plays much, much better. And it's at its apex in the secondary when Malachi is on the field. So right now it's looking more and more like he'll be out there. He'll be able to go. He will play against Tennessee, but did have the ankle injury against Texas A&M. Did not play last week against Arkansas, but Malachi has practiced throughout this whole week here for Alabama. When you discuss C.J. Dupree at tight end, didn't know Dupree had an injury until Saban brought it up, and he's been in practice this week as well. We'll see if he's able to give it a go. I mean, it's kind of sad so far because Dupree came in, transferred from Maryland, really good tight end, of which the Terrapins did not use a lot of anyway. And we all kind of thought, okay, he's going to come to Bama. Tommy Rees is going to use him a lot, especially with what he was able to do with that position at Notre Dame. And we just haven't seen enough of Dupree on the field. We've seen him as a blocker, yes, but not much as a premier pass catcher, if you will. We've seen Nyblack make plays. We've seen Robbie Oots catch a couple of passes this year, but we haven't really seen just a whole lot from Dupree. And this was going to be, or projected to be, of a number one tight end of a team. So hopefully he will be able to go against Tennessee as well. And then on the offensive line, therein lies Terrence Ferguson. According to Coach Saban, he had dealt with a high ankle sprain. So T-Ferg looks like he is nearing 100% as well. If you don't see T-Ferg out there at that left guard position, then Jaden Roberts will have that go there at left guard, somebody of whom has been rising in terms of his play and his stock on the field there for Alabama football. But those are just your key injuries there with Malachi Moore, Terrence Ferguson, and C.J. Dupree. All three guys have been able to practice. All three guys have been able to go through drills and go through different things, different situations with the team. But we shall see. They're able to take the field against Tennessee this weekend on Saturday because U.S. Tide Nation want to see these guys on the field. So we shall see what happens, but that's just your injury update right there. But we go to the break, folks, on the show. Touch that dial. When we get back, we continue with your calls, with your thoughts, your conversations. Get in the flow. Line us up. We want to hear from you after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today.
This is Chris Rogers, 2009 national champion. You are listening to the baddest, when I say the baddest, sports show in the state of Alabama. In my own words, yours truly, Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Don't touch that dial.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
All right, people, we're back into the action, rocking and rolling from the break. Hottest show on the streets. Talking your Bama football news, in my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Happy to have you guys in here. Guys, show some love to the man down Bay with that $10 donation, dropping that love in the bucket. Appreciate that coming from Dale B. But 205-448-1358, number to call in to let your voice be made known. 205-448-1358. One more time, 205-448-1358, the number to call in. But another cool call topic here, Eli. We got Jalen Milroe, Alabama quarterback, whose name's been recently added to the Manning Award list. The Manning Award, one of the top national quarterback awards in college football, named after the first family of football royalty, the Manning family, Archie, Peyton, and Eli Manning. The award is given out by the All-State Sugar Bowl Committee, and it's been awarded since 2004 two former Alabama quarterbacks have won the Manning Award. Mac Jones took it in 2020, excuse me. Mac Jones took it in 2020, and Bryce Young took it in 2021. So Jalen Milroe has been added to the Manning Award list. Milroe, once again, 16 total touchdowns this season, 11 passing, 5 rushing, through 4 interceptions on the campaign. And also, Nick Saban has been added to a couple of Coach of the Year award lists as well. So keep your eyes there on Coach Saban and Jalen Milroe. They've been added here to these various award lists. Hopefully we see a strong performance from Milroe on tomorrow against Tennessee. But we take our final break here, folks, on the show. We get back, we ramp things up by discussing the keys to victory, the important keys for Bama in terms of this matchup with Tennessee. We'll get into that and tidy up all loose ends after this.
I'm Malachi Moore, and you're watching In My Own Words with Stephen M. Smith on Touchdown Alabama YouTube channel.
Thank you for tuning in. Show your support right now by clicking that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and enable all notifications to make sure you don't ever miss any of the best Alabama football news, notes, and information right here on Touchdown Alabama.
What's going on? This is Benny Bice. I'm the founder and owner of Touchdown Alabama. And you guys are supporting one of the only independent outlets covering Alabama football today. No other sports, no networks, just Alabama football. Roll Tide Roll.
All right, folks, here we go. Talking your Bama football on the hottest show on the streets, number one ticket for your Crimson Tide. In my own words, yours truly, Stephen Smith of TDA. Got my man Eli Walker in the production studio, and definitely appreciate all of you making this your home, your spot to talk all things Tide football. But we're going to get into final topic of conversation here, folks, right now, and keys to victory for Bama against Tennessee. This is not the same volunteer team from last year that had Hendon Hooker and Jalen Hyatt, Brew McCoy, all of those weapons right there. But this is a Tennessee team that's going to want to run the football with Jacoby Small and the other backs that they got there on the roster. They're going to also want to kind of do a little ground and pound thing and kind of muddy the game up here for Alabama. But this is still a Tennessee team that's got a good defense. They got good pieces around. They got good pieces on it. 5-1 on the season. So, you cannot overlook them. You cannot take them lightly. And then after losing to Tennessee a season ago, Coach Saban wants the Alabama fan base locked and loaded inside Bryant-Denny. Saban wants noise. He talked about it. He wants noise. He wants a winning, momentum, created atmosphere by the Alabama fans. He wants the Bama fan base making it hard for Tennessee to even hear their own thoughts out there, with the Volunteers being a team that they run 2.7 plays per minute out there on the field. But keys to victory here for Bama against Tennessee. Number one is the offensive line. Eric Wolford in this group, if Eric Wolford in this group can mow down Tennessee's defensive front. Remember, the Volunteers are undersized in this matchup. So size should matter for Alabama in this game. Tennessee's undersized. If Alabama can mow down Tennessee's defensive front and get to this run game quick and get to this run game fast, but then also be able to protect Jalen Milroe in that pocket, giving him ample time to make plays out there, it could be a long day for the Volunteers. But the offensive line has to have one of its best games of the season. Been kind of up and down this year. O-line is going to have its best game of the season. Second key to victory right here, Jalen Milroe, Tommy Rees. It's got to be a balance of creativity and hard-nosed football. Creativity, screens, sweeps, motion, eye candy, movement, different stuff to throw off to offset the balls, as well as line-up smash-mouth football. Gotta have a mixture of balance and creativity if you're Tommy Rees and Jalen Milroe. And that's gotta start this week. And for Jaylen Milroe, the idea of, hey, if the pocket's collapsing on me, either run with it or throw the ball away. Run with it or throw the ball away. Don't force it. Don't take an unnecessary sack. If you feel the pressure collapsing around you, run with it or throw the ball away. Definitely got to see some balance and creativity from Tommy Rees and Jalen Milroe. Last but not least, is Alabama defense under Kevin Steele. You got to suffocate Tennessee. You got to come after Joe. You got to hit Joe Milton every time. Milton's got a strong arm. He can throw it 80 yards from his knees, but he's not Hendon Hooker. He doesn't have the accuracy that Hooker had. You have got to hit Joe Milton early and often. And then you also got to watch Small, the running back, because he's compact, built low. He kind of disappears behind the offensive line, squirts out. You got to find him and knock him out. You got to find him and pop him. Pop all the running backs. You got to find Small and pop him because he had quite the amount of success last season against Alabama. This defense got to suffocate Josh Heupel in this Tennessee offense out here on the field. Those are big keys. Offensive line got to have your best game. Jalen Milroe, Tommy Rees have balance and creativity. With defense, you got to suffocate the balls there. But always, Bama fans, you want the best news, notes, coverage, entertainment, alerts here. You get it by accessing the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. And you get that by downloading the app on your iPhone, on your iPhone with the iPhone App Store. Google Play if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. The good and gracious Lord sees fit trying to be back on Monday, continuing the conversation. It's Tide football. Gotta shout you guys out, the incredible fans of Bama football, for all that you do, making this your show, your spot, your place to talk Tide. Gotta shout out my man Eli Walker in the production studio, holding it down to Friday. I gotta also shout out my lovely family back home, my wife Mia, my daughter Mariah. Appreciate both of you. You two are the A-team. You are awesome. Till next time, folks, husbands, love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children, continue doing the right thing, fun thing, smart thing, good thing, legitimate thing to not be bored there. Weekend, enjoy that weekend as well. Get yourself those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself, you protect the loved ones around you. Enjoy the game tomorrow between Bama and Tennessee. Till next time, folks, I'm your man Stephen Smith, and you've been listening to In My Own Words.